When we think of Greek mythology, creatures such as centaurs or mermaids usually occupy the first places in our minds. But what about those creatures that have remained in the shadows of the most popular myths? In this video, I bring you 10 creatures of Greek mythology that few know about. Number 1. Scolopendra. The Scolopendra is a monstrous sea creature with parts of different animals. Its body is composed of numerous segments, similar to a gigantic centipede, and each segment is equipped with appendages or legs that allow it to move quickly and fluidly, both in water and on land. It has enormous jaws full of sharp teeth, capable of tearing its prey with ease. Its skin is thick and scaly, providing protection against attacks and making it difficult to capture or kill. It can vary in color, from dark tones to more striking colors. Its eyes are bright and capable of seeing into the dark depths of the ocean, where it resides and only occasionally emerges to attack ships and sailors. Its presence on the surface is a sign of impending disaster, as it is extremely aggressive and territorial, attacking any intruder that enters its domain. It uses its multiple legs and jaws to capture and devour its victims, and like real centipedes, the mythological Scolopendra is depicted as venomous, capable of killing not only with its jaws, but also with its venom. Number 2. Arimaspi. The Arimaspi have a unique appearance, each possessing a single eye in the center of the forehead, similar to the Cyclops. They are fierce warriors, with strong and muscular bodies, always armed and ready for battle. They are rough and wild, with long hair and untidy beards, a reflection of their life of constant struggle and survival in inhospitable regions. They inhabit the margins of the known world, in the remote and mountainous regions of the far north, beyond the lands of the Scythians. These brave warriors are known for their prowess in battle. They are not afraid to face formidable enemies, and their obsession with gold and riches leads them to continually clash with griffins. According to legend, the griffins guard enormous treasures of gold in the mountains, and the Arimaspi, attracted by these riches, are constantly trying to steal the gold. Number 3. Myrmidons. Hera, queen of the gods, sent a plague to kill all the human inhabitants of Aegina because the island was named after one of Zeus's mistresses. King Ichus, son of Zeus and intended target of Hera, along with his mother, prayed to his father to find a way to repopulate the island. As the Myrmidons, the ants of the island, were not affected by the disease, Zeus responded by transforming them into a race of men, the Myrmidons. They were as fierce and resilient as the ants, and like the ants, they have absolute loyalty. They follow their leader with unwavering devotion, making them a formidable force in battle. After their transformation, Myrmidons presented themselves as robust, strong, and disciplined men. Their appearance is that of well-trained warriors with athletic bodies. Due to their ant origins, they wear brown armor and maintain strict organization and discipline. They are known for their ability to act together, moving and fighting with almost superhuman precision. In combat, they are courageous and skilled warriors. Their rigorous training and cohesion as a unit allow them to outmaneuver their enemies on numerous occasions. But if the Myrmidons are famous for anything, it is for their role in the Trojan War, where they fought under the command of Achilles. Number 4. Ichio Centaurs. Ichio Centaurs are creatures that combine parts of humans, horses, and fish. Their upper body is that of a human, with a male torso and head. They also have human arms that can wield tridents, seashells, or fishing nets. The middle part of their body is that of a horse, similar to centaurs. This includes the front legs of a horse. The lower part of the body ends in a large, scaly fishtail, similar to that of a mermaid. This tail allows them to move nimbly and quickly in the water. And as sea creatures, they are excellent swimmers. These creatures are associated with the gods of the sea, especially Poseidon. They are their servants or companions, helping to control the waters and protect sea creatures. One of the most famous stories about the Ichio Centaurs is their appearance in the myth of the birth of Aphrodite, Bythos, and Aphros. They assisted the goddess when she emerged from the sea foam and guided her to the shore. They also act as guides and protectors of sailors. They help lost sailors find their way back to dry land and protect ships from storms and the dangers of the sea. Before continuing, remember to subscribe and leave a like. If this video reaches 50 comments, I will get to work right away to bring you more creatures of Greek mythology. So this is a good time to leave your comment. Let's continue. Number 5. Argos Panoptes. Argos Panoptes, also known as Argos of the 100 Eyes, appears in several legends of Greek mythology. His name, Panoptes, means the all-seeing one. Argos Panoptes is famous for being a tireless watchman and for his unique appearance that distinguishes him from other mythological creatures, as he has 100 eyes spread throughout his body. Thanks to these eyes, he can maintain constant vigilance, for while some of his eyes sleep, others remain open, ensuring that he is always vigilant. Despite his many eyes, Argus has a humanoid form. He is the perfect guardian. In addition to his watchfulness, Argus is strong and loyal, devotedly fulfilling the tasks given to him by the gods, though he is especially loyal to the goddess Hera. His most famous story is when he acted as guardian of Io, a priestess of Hera, who was transformed into a white cow. Hera, suspecting Zeus' infidelity, assigned Argus to guard Io and make sure she did not escape or be released by Zeus. Zeus, wishing to free Io, sent Hermes to rescue her. Hermes, disguised as a shepherd, played music and told stories to lull the 100 eyes of Argus. Once all the eyes were closed, Hermes killed Argus and freed Io. As a tribute to her faithful guardian, Hera took the 100 eyes of Argus and placed them in the feathers of the peacock, her sacred bird. Number 6. Mormo. Mormo, a creature associated with witchcraft, specters, and night terrors, is a monstrous and demonic creature with a deformed face, sharp fangs, and glowing eyes full of evil. In addition, it can have animal features such as claws, bat wings, or goat legs, and to make it even more interesting, in some versions, Mormo has the ability to change shape, adopting different appearances to deceive and terrorize its victims. This creature is linked to witchcraft and dark magical practices. She is considered a follower of Hecate, the goddess of sorcery and dark ways, acting as her servant or auxiliary spirit. Mormo is known to instill fear, especially in children. In many tales, she is described as a creature that lurks in the night, similar to the bogeyman or bogeyman in other mythologies. Greek mothers told stories of Mormo to frighten their children and keep them obedient, warning them that the creature would come to take them away if they did not behave. Furthermore, in some legends, she is described as a vengeful spirit that seeks to punish mortals for their mistakes and sins. It feeds on the fear and despair of its victims. Number 7. Opia Taurus. The Opia Taurus is a hybrid creature with a body that combines a bull and a snake. Its upper body is that of a bull, with a robust, strong, and muscular torso covered with thick fur. It has prominent horns and a full bull's head, with large eyes and muzzle. The lower part of its body is a long snake tail that extends from the torso of the bull. This tail is scaly and can move with the flexibility and agility of a snake. Although not described as aggressive, Opia Taurus will defend itself fiercely if attacked. It is a solitary creature that inhabits remote and difficult-to-reach regions. It prefers to live in the solitude of mountains or deep forests. According to myth, it was believed that whoever sacrificed and burned its entrails would gain the power to defeat the gods. This incredible ability made it highly sought after, but also extremely dangerous. The best-known story of the Opia Taurus involves Prometheus. During the Titanomachy, the great war between the Titans and the Olympian gods, Prometheus attempted to sacrifice the Opia Taurus to obtain this divine power. However, his plan was foiled, and he never succeeded in completing the sacrifice. Number 8. Cercopes. These creatures, also known as Cercopi or Kerkopes, are known for their mischievousness and their ability to get into trouble. They were accomplished liars, cheats, and rascals. Their story is full of humor, mischief, and lessons. Cercopes are humanoid-shaped creatures. They are small, human-like, but with a more rustic appearance, messy hair, a scraggly beard, and plain clothes made of coarse fur or fabrics. They are not exactly the kind of characters you would expect to see in a king's court. These little creatures are famous for their mischief and trickery skills. They love to tease travelers, steal from them, and cause trouble wherever they go. They have a mischievous nature, using their wits to get out of sticky situations and trick their enemies. It is not surprising that they especially enjoy challenging authority, mocking the powerful and, in particular, the heroes who cross their path. One of the best-known stories about the Cercopes is their encounter with Heracles, the famous Greek hero. Pasalus and Acmon attempted to rob Heracles while he slept, but of course, it didn't work out well for them. Heracles captured them and, in an act that shows both his strength and his sense of humor, tied them upside down to a pole and carried them dangling over his shoulders. The Cercopes, instead of crying or lamenting, they began to mock Heracles, making jokes about his hairy ass. This kind of insolence is exactly what defines the Cercopes, and instead of getting angry, Heracles, amused by their audacity, decided to set them free. However, not all stories of the Cercopes have such a light-hearted ending. In some versions of the myth, their constant mischief and trickery finally exhausted Zeus's patience. Tired of their constant trouble, Zeus transformed them into monkeys as punishment. Number 9. Cetus. This giant sea monster is an archetypal representation of the dangers and mysteries of the ocean, a force of nature that reflects the ancient Greeks' fear of the unknown and uncontrollable sea. Cetus has an appearance that leaves no doubt about its monstrous nature. It is a creature of colossal size, much larger than any known sea creature. Its wingspan is such that it can cause immense destruction both at sea and on the coasts. With a body that combines a sea serpent and a whale. It can have scales, a rough skin, fins, or tails that allow it to move quickly through the water. In addition, its appearance is even more terrifying thanks to its huge jaws full of sharp teeth, capable of devouring boats and people with chilling ease. In some depictions, Cetus has draconic features, such as horns or spines. As a sea creature, it is associated with the depths and mysteries of the ocean. Cetus is known for its aggressiveness and its ability to destroy everything in its path. This creature is sent by the gods as a punishment, a manifestation of divine wrath, destined to punish those who have offended the immortals, a reminder of the power of the gods and the consequences of defying their authority. In one of the myths, the princess Andromeda was chained to a rock as a sacrifice to the creature. Just as Cetus was about to devour Andromeda, Perseus arrives, who bravely kills the monster and frees the princess, taking her as his wife. In another myth, Heracles confronts Cetus to save Hesione, the daughter of the king of Troy. Similar to the story of Perseus, Hesione was to be sacrificed to Cetus to appease the gods. Heracles succeeds in slaying the monster and saves the princess. Number 10. Aloade. The Aloadi, or Aloidas, were two giant brothers who were not content to live under the shadow of the gods and decided it was time to take control. The protagonists of this story are Oto and Ephialtes, sons of Poseidon and Iphimedea. From the beginning, the Aloids were noted for their impressive appearance. They were two young giants with huge, muscular bodies, far beyond the size of any human. But unlike other giants we usually imagine as monstrous creatures, Oto and Ephialtes were also young and attractive, with well-defined human features. The strength of these giants was legendary. It was said that they could move mountains and unearth islands as easily as you or I would move a stone. But their ambition was as great as their strength. They were not content to simply be the strongest. They wanted more. Their ultimate goal was to overthrow the gods of Olympus and establish their dominion over the entire universe. And they weren't just muscle, they were also cunning and determined. Their plan was ambitious, to pile up mountains to reach Olympus. They placed Mount Ossa on top of Mount Pelion. And their goal? To kidnap Hera and Artemis, two of the most powerful goddesses, and thus prove their supremacy. But defying the gods doesn't end well. Before they could complete their colossal task, Apollo intervened and killed them. According to another version of their struggle against the Olympians, they managed to kidnap Ares and hold him in a bronze vessel for 13 months, and that would have been the end of Ares if the beautiful Erebea, the stepmother of the young giants, had not told Hermes what they had done. Alerted by Erebea, Hermes rescued Ares. Another version of the myth about the death of the giants tells us that Artemis deceived them by taking them to the island of Naxos. There, she transformed herself into a deer and placed herself among them. The brothers, in their eagerness to hunt her, threw their spears at the same time and killed each other. And as if death were not punishment enough, the brothers were sent to Tartarus, the deepest underworld, where they were bound with snakes on a pillar as eternal punishment for their audacity.